Josh Mafia. We back with another reaction video.
Yes, Lord.
Indeed, we are. But today we are reacting to we'll never see a quarterback like Joe Burrow again. Hey, y'all let me know y'all opinions on this down below. You feel me? I'm a Tom Brady fan. You feel me? I'm a Tom Brady fan. And just that's my favorite quarterback. Obviously, I know he's not in the league anymore, but that's just who I liked as a player whenever he was in the league, giving belt to ass. Yes, Lord. But other than that, if you are new to my channel, as always, make sure you're liking the video and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. And make sure everybody is locked on my channel. If you're in Paris, need to be locked in. Grab your food, your snacks, and beverages, and all things like that, because this finna be a banger, a movie, a cinema, all three things of that. But I'll see y'all in the video, and we finna see how and why there will never be a quarterback again like Joe Burrow. And grab your food, your snacks, your beverages, and all things of that, if I haven't already said that, and your soda. And yeah, let's get into the video, and we finna see, as I said, why there will never be a quarterback like Joe Burrow. Oh my God, my word was mixed up right there. It's 5 o'clock in the morning, chat. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. Cut me some slack, but let's get into it.
You may remember this play and this game. Joe Breezy is lined up in scoring position, and as he gets ready to throw that touchdown, he steps back, doesn't like his first read, which is a slant route, and quickly shifts to his right and throws. The ball is a hair high and a hair outside, leading the receiver to believe that it's probably being thrown away. Regardless of what the receiver thought, though, the defender was in perfect position to pick it off, where he'd start a huge 93-yard touchdown run. But in the midst of this run, Joey Connors snuck behind Burrow and leveled him. I mean, completely deep.
I think I saw this. I think I saw a clip of this. It was like Joe Burrow. He was just he was just running, and some dude just smacked the shit out of him. I think that's what he's talking about.
Cleated him and then stood over his body like a mortician stands over.
What was the point of that? What was the point? He wasn't doing nothing. Joe Burrow wasn't like. He wasn't like running fast as hell trying to get the person that intercepted it. I don't know why number 91 did this shit. You feel me? But we gonna see what happens after this. We gonna see. Look at this shit, bruh. He's not even, bruh. Look at, bruh. Joe Burrow is not finna catch him right here. Number 20, he's not gonna catch him. So why the fuck did the fucking the D lineman do that? There was no reason to do that shit. Look at this shit. He wasn't even close to the nigga. What was the point of that? Just to make a statement and do this shit? Cause he wasn't gonna catch him. And Joe Burrow he's barely even jogging. So like, come on, bro. That was totally unnecessary in my opinion. I don't know. Y'all let me know down below. Was that totally unnecessary? Cause like, what the fuck, bro?
Shaken, maybe a bit delirious, unsure of where they are or what's going on.
Yeah.
But Connors hit Joe so hard, it did the opposite.
He didn't even, man, why is number 44 talking about getting over him? You didn't even do this shit. Number 91 did the shit.
Or what's going on.
Like, what?
But Connors hit Joe so hard, it did the opposite.
Look at him.
It focused him up, and he knew exactly where he was and what he needed to do afterwards.
He's gonna lock in.
Bring us to the start of the 2019 season. I'm gonna set the stage for you the best I can because I don't want to undersell anything. LSU was ranked as the 6th best team in the nation before ever stepping on a field. Their offense had multiple future NFL players on it. Their defense was stacked to the tits, but even with this, they're in the SEC, and it's a preseason ranking, so many other teams are also just as stacked. And the truth is, they didn't have a powerhouse running back core that often defines some of the best teams in the past, and their quarterback, as of last year, was just a good quarterback. Now, yes, he did have this fluke game at the end of the season, seemed to come alive with the best game he had all year, pillaging the Central Florida defense to solo carry his team with 300. That was an anomaly, dwarfing his next best game by 87 yards and 2 touchdowns. And that game was also against Rice of all teams, so not necessarily a tough team to put up yards against. So with all this in mind, yes, Burrow was set up for success. And yes, he was set up to do well. And if he had done well, no one would have been surprised. But you know, he didn't just do well, did he? Because if he did well, I wouldn't be making this video. Burrow put on the best passing performance college football has ever seen. Week 1 was a cupcake week, a home opener against Georgia Southern. LSU could have played their third strings and probably won by 20, but that's not the message that was going to be sent. Burrow had been awoken. Now, his passing yards may not have impressed with only 284, but this was coupled with 5 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. And a theme you're going to see a lot here, with an 85% completion percentage, as he handily dismantled the Eagles for their first 55-3 win of the season. But the wins would not always be so easy. You see, the next game was against the Texas Longhorns, who had equally high hopes for their season, as they were currently the number 9 ranked team in the country, and the Tigers were taking them on in one of the most hostile environments in college football, Texas Memorial Stadium, where it doesn't matter what type of year Texas was having, but especially a strong year, you could expect them to go toe-to-toe with what just happened? They were supposed to be a good team, right? Joe Burrow just threw for 471 yards and 4 touchdowns on Texas, in Texas. And oh my gosh, he did it with a 79% completion percentage.
Nice.
This isn't the Burrow of last year, is it? No, this is something totally different. And the next 3 games reflected that, as he put up 13 more touchdowns with a collective 76% completion percentage. Vandy, Northwestern State, and Utah State aren't exactly the cream of the crop, so now Burrow gets a chance to take on a real contender, as a very strong looking Florida team was coming to Baton Rouge. This Florida team was no joke. They were hosting one of the strongest defenses in the country, so Burrow was going to have no easy time with them, as they had already held a very strong Auburn team to just 13 points, as well as a division rival Tennessee to just 3 points, terrorizing Auburn's Bo Nix for 3 interceptions and 145 yards of passing, stifling Miami's Jaron Williams to barely over 200 yards and a solo touchdown. And there's no way Burrow would come out here and 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions for 293 yards and a massive 87.5 completion percentage. He
throwing this just throwing dots after dots after dots. No interceptions, 293 yards.
He dissected them. He destroyed them in real time, piecing them apart for a decisive 2-score victory in Florida's worst loss of the season. Now, we'll give credit to LSU's defense to holding them to 28 points, but Burrow's poise and precision were just way too much for this Florida team to handle. The next stretch of games wasn't going to be easy as well. Mississippi State as a short reprieve where he'd make easy work throwing for 327 yards and 4 touchdowns, as a prep game where he would have to take on Auburn, the number 9 seed since Texas's fall from grace. Now, to this point, Auburn had been on a bit of a tear. Yes, they lost 2 weeks ago to Florida, but they had all the pieces to come back to greatness and showed it as they steamrolled Arkansas for 51 points and also held one of the most stout defenses in the country, not allowing more than a maximum of 23 points to be scored against them all year. Now is the time we would see the floor, the bottom of the barrel of what Joe Burrow would do this season, and he was still excellent. Yes, the defense had to carry a lot of weight this game, holding Auburn just to 20 points. Yes, Burrow threw a single pick to match his solo touchdown, but this is the bottom of the barrel. And the lowest of the lows is that he still threw for 76% completion, 321 yards, and even tucked the ball to give his team an extra touchdown. And for a floor to be this high is beyond anything we've seen. The next game would be taking on Bama at Bama. And here's something. I don't care how much I've gassed up any player. If you know college football, you know there's no harder team in the world to beat than a Saban-led Bama in
facts. No cap. Nick Saban was on some I don't know what he was on, but when Nick Saban was the coach, Alabama was just, I don't know. They was some fucking dogs compared to the Bama now. You feel me? Because I don't know what Nick Saban was. Because it was what is it? It was a college game. It was NCAA. I think it was NCAA 14. Alabama was 99 overalls on offense. just straight 99s across the board. I'm like, nah, this nigga Saban is different, which he was, and now Alabama's just, I don't know, it's crazy.
Bama. And whether you catch them on a good day, a bad day, or somewhere in between, you're going to get a run for your money. And this was no regular Alabama team either. This was a team hosting Tua Tagovailoa at quarterback, Najee Harris as their main backer, Devontae Smith as their wide receiver 1, Henry Ruggs, Jerry Jeudy, and Jalen Waddle all in the rotation as well. Now, this is a testament to LSU's defense for not allowing 50-plus points to be dunked on them, but that's the fire Joe Burrow matched. Now, here's the other thing. I haven't mentioned Burrow's weapons up to this point, and I don't want to undersell those either. It's not like he was completely unarmed with a bunch of athletes that ESPN analysts would describe as gritty and scrappy with quick feet and a great attitude for the game. Burrow had Jamar Chase as his primary target, as well as Justin Jefferson as a wide receiver too, and a solid tight end with
2 amazing players too. Them are some good wide receivers for sure. Ski facts.
Thaddeus Moss, son of Randy Moss. But I think we all knew.
Who?
And a solid tight end with Thaddeus Moss, son of Randy Moss.
I did not know that was his son. I'm not gonna lie. Randy Moss, another amazing ass player. I gotta react to a video on him. So if y'all know any videos about Randy Moss, please put them down below, because I definitely want to get steep more into football. You feel me? Because he was an amazing player too. Amazing player.
But I think we all knew that when it just came to raw talent in the wide receiver core, Alabama during this stretch was completely unmatched. But not the quarterbacks. Burrow would still torch this defense for 393 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 64 rushing yards, accounting for 457 yards of total offense against Alabama of all teams. Now this is completely unprecedented, even for other greats when playing against Alabama. They've never put up these numbers. Heck, okay, Tim Tebow threw for just 247 yards and rushed for 63. Cam Newton threw for 216 yards and rushed for 39. And while those two were arguably on significantly worse teams than the 2019 Tigers, it's just a litmus test to show you how dominant Burrow was, despite Tua throwing for 20 more yards than he did. Now, you may be thinking that putting up 450 yards against Bama has to be a peak. You've made your point. Burrow is really good. But here's the thing. I haven't. We're still not to prime Burrow yet. Now, don't scratch the thing.
The toe tap is crazy. The toe tap is nasty work. Look at this.
I haven't. We're still
toe tap right there. Look at that.
Burrow yet. Now, don't scratch your head and seem all confused because you're like, what do you mean this isn't prime Burrow? Well, you should know I've showed you his floor against Florida, where he's 21 for 24, 293 yards, and the same thing against Auburn, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. But aren't you curious about his ceiling? After all, he's played a lot of conference teams, and he's just been doing his part, winning games and making it look easy. But Burrow had an extra level postseason Burrow. This is where Burrow takes it up to a next level. Let me take you to a conference championship game, the start of one of the best championship runs in the history of college football for any one player.
Hey, y'all let me know, college football, what is the best run in history? Put it down below, you feel me? I need to know what the best history y'all think it is. It don't matter if it's recently. It can be 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, etc. Just put it down below what y'all think the best football run was and best team overall. And it was Bama and was one of them for sure, but y'all let me know which one it was y'all for run wise and team overall and general overall. Y'all let me know it down below.
The Tigers are prepared to take on Georgia, who's right now sitting at 4th best in the nation. Now, the Tigers did finish out their season strong, dropping 164 points in their last 3 games. But
another good team, Georgia. Another good team is Georgia. It just the Georgia back then was. I feel like a lot of football teams just years ago are better than they are now. You feel me? I don't know. I feel like this might be. I don't know if this is a bad take, but I feel like the NIL shit, like sports wise, it's I feel like it messed it up. But at the same time, it's like it helps some of these people out. But it's like I don't know. Y'all let me know down below. Did the like NIL shit? Did y'all think it like fucked up like college, or like y'all think that was reasonable? I don't think it fucked it up, but I feel like it has some business because like they got money already in college and getting all this shit in college. I don't know. Y'all let me know down below. Cause I feel like that plays some part in it, but like I feel like some people they earned it. So like I don't know. Y'all let me know down below because like I don't think it like and Charlie messed it up, but it's like I feel like it has to do with some part, but I don't know. Y'all let me know down below.
Georgia was known for having an absolutely smothering defense under Kirby Smart. No team, save one, put up more than 17 points against them all year, including Florida and Auburn, who both gave LSU a rough time. But as we're gonna see, Burrow would transcend any other quarterback in this game. With 2 weeks of preparation, he would make them look absolutely silly. It's just pure
nice
goofiness.
Ball placement.
Zone coverage, he'd piece it apart. Man coverage, don't even try it. Bring a blitz and he'd masterfully check it down with great precision to get chunk yardage. And a team who never allowed more than 20 points, including a 2 overtime game against South Carolina, just gave up 37 points, with 34 of those coming in the first 3 quarters. A team who never allowed more than 290 passing yards in a game and put up some insane defensive performances like squashing Kentucky to hold their QB for less than 20 yards and holding Georgia Tech to 40 yards of passing. This team is the team that Burrow rained hell on for 4 quarters for 349 yards of passing and 4 touchdowns. Now you may say, is this what I was talking about? This is the peak Burrow? That's amazing. And I know you're staring at your phone screen or computer screen, or heck, maybe I'm special enough to be on the family living room TV screen with your mouth agape, but no, pick your jaw up off the floor because the playoffs are coming. And Burrow has barely put on his walking boots to carry his team forward because he's about to go all out against his non-SEC opponents in a playoff game, and good God, you are not ready for what he's about to do. The team is Oklahoma, a Big 12 powerhouse the past couple of years. And look, I could try to hype them up as much as I want. The truth is, they played very good offense and meh defense. And you know how I've been hyping up all these great defenses just to show you how Burrow completely destroys them and just dumps them on their neck. And right now, I'm telling you, Oklahoma does not have a great defense. And I just want you to guess how many yards Burrow put on them. Shoot, you almost have to measure this game and how many miles Burrow put on them as he torched them for 493 yards and 7.
Almost a 500 ball. Almost had a 500 ball.
Burrow put on them as he torched them for 493 yards and 7 touchdowns, and that's including getting benched in the 4th and pulling up in the 2nd half. Now, does it help that LSU held Oklahoma to 28, giving the ball back to Burrow consistently? Yes, it does help, but goodness gracious, scorched back in the 2nd half. I mean, they put up 49 points in the 1st half with ease, and they were scoring at will. The final score could have easily been 90-28 if they so choose. Match championship game, they passed for 304 yards, and you could argue they were trying to pad stats near the end of the game. And that performance pales in comparison to the slaughtering of the Sooners that we witnessed. And now they had to go on to the championship game, where they would take on a nary unstoppable force at this helm. A man who many would compare to a young Peyton Manning. A leader and a player who...
Hey, y'all let me know down below, like, Peyton Manning, is that a good comparison, fam? Y'all let me know down below. Is that what y'all think about that comparison?
Most assumed was going to be seen as the best passing quarterback coming out of whatever class he would go in until this year, where in the championship game, he had to face off against this man from out of nowhere. And at this point, yes, this game was hyped up because it was a championship game, but the sentiment around it was we were all hoping that they could just keep it close. Spoiler alert, it was most definitely not. LSU came out the gate, led by Burrow, blowing Clemson out of the water with a 28-17 score going into the half. And they'd even close it up to get as close to 25-28 in the 2nd half, but 2 more scores later for the Tigers, and that would reflect the sentiment that many felt all game, which was that it was never...
Flag on a play! Flag on a play! That's a flag, ain't it?
For the Tigers.
That's PI!
Reflect the
That's PI, right?
sentiment that many felt all...
He literally grabbed his fucking arm. He couldn't do shit about that.
Game, which was that it was never actually that close. Burrow threw for 463 yards and 5 touchdowns
Nice.
in his last 3 games, taking on exclusively championship caliber teams that were well rested and solely wanted nothing more than to get him below 300 passing yards, because if they could do that, Auburn proved, and you might not actually know how well this stacks up. I think it's so special. And as we look at ESPN's top 25 college quarterbacks in the 2000s, it may not be so obvious as Joe Burrow ranks as just the 5th best of them. But let's take a deeper look.
What's that list? 5, Joe Burrow. 4, Tim Tebow. 3, Vince Young. Okay, 2, Cam Newton, and 1, Baker Mayfield. ESPN's top 25 quarterbacks of the 2000s. Hey, y'all let me know that let me know, is this list valid or? Hey, y'all let me know. Y'all let me know, is this list valid down below. I want to know everybody's opinion. You feel me?
Just the 5th best of them. But let's take a deeper look and we'll start to uncover some things. Like, let's just look at the top 10 for a second. You have Baker Mayfield at 1, who's one of the greatest scorers in college football, had a great ability to extend the plays and made some pretty acrobatic throws to keep a high-powered Oklahoma offense firing. Then you have Cam Newton, who was a one-man show, going without many pieces in his career at Auburn, but still pulling off miraculous wins. And then now we're going to see a trend, because in Cam Newton's final year, he ran for 1,500 yards. Vince Young, who's also named one of the greatest, had 2 seasons with 1,000+ yards of rushing. Tim Tebow would rush for 800 and 900 yards in back-to-back seasons. And do I even need to tell you that Lamar Jackson, who's also in the top 10, would get a lot of work done on the ground? Heck, even Mariota, still in the top 10, would average around 700 yards during his time there. And then at 10, we have an all-time great dual threat in Robert Griffin III. But any one of these guys, save Baker, in almost any of their seasons would match or put up more yards on the ground in a single season than Joe Burrow did in his entire career. Burrow is on this list because of his passing game alone. And this isn't going to discredit any of the other guys.
I assumed it was. I assumed it because Joe Burrow, he's just throwing straight heaters. No cap.
They were amazing because they were literal armies in a can. You plug them in anywhere and they're going to find ways to get it done. But Joe was so great in just such a different way. When we take a look at who he compares to as far as putting up the most yards in any season, we have Bailey Zappi with almost 6,000, Simmons and Graham Harrell, and followed up by Case Keenum, who tied Joe and then also had a season right beneath him, which all follows up Anthony Gordon and Colt Brennan before there's a major drop-off. Joe is different from all of these guys as well. And do you want to know how? Bailey Zappi, 686 attempts. Simmons, 719 attempts. Harrell, 713 attempts. Keenum, 700 attempts to match Joe, 603 attempts to lose to him. And Anthony Gordon had 689 attempts. All these guys were in an air raid pass-first offense, except for Colt Brennan, who was playing in the Western Athletic Conference of all places. Joe put up these numbers in 527 attempts in a balanced offense in the motherfucking SEC against a Nick Saban coach Alabama, a Kirby Smart coach Georgia, and a Dabo Sweeney coach Clemson, all in a single year. Ultimately, I don't think you can ever say Joe Burrow was the greatest pure college quarterback of all time. His team around him was too good. His offensive line was too strong. His defense was too stout. But I'll be damned if you say he's not the greatest football thrower to ever grace the college football stage. And I'll be damned if you say we'll ever see another season of college football like Joe Burrow's 2019 campaign again. But if you like these types of videos, let me know by hitting subscribe or leaving a like, or say something in the comments, and peace.
Big start.
Hey, this video was amazing. From Isaac Punts. Hey, he's amazing fucking video. Amazing video. But Josh Mafia, that is the end of the video of why we'll never see a quarterback. Oh my god. We'll never see a quarterback like Joe Burrow again. I want to know y'all opinions on this down below, because Joe Burrow he was an amazing quarterback for sure. But hey, y'all let me know. Like, I don't know. I don't know if like we're just going to see about that. We're just going to see. Can't say too much about it. But there are some dogs out there that are going to be quarterbacks in the future. right now. But hey, y'all let me know y'all thoughts on this video down below. But other than that, Josh Mafia, if you haven't already, if you haven't yet, make sure you're liking the video and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. And make sure everybody locked on my channel, even pets need to be locked in. And yeah, Joe Burrow is an amazing player. He honestly is. But another thing is, do y'all think Joe Burrow will ever win a Super Bowl? Yeah, because I feel like he can win a Super Bowl. You feel me? I feel like he can win a Super Bowl. Just I don't know. I don't know. I feel like he has the capability to win multiple Super Bowls. You feel me? Just not one or two, maybe three, depending. It just depends. You feel me? 1, 2, 3. You feel me? At least one. You feel me? At least one. You know what I'm saying? Let me know your opinions on this video down below, and if you want me to react to anything else, and I mean anything else, put the title of it down below, or a player down below that I can look up and I can react to, and I get some videos on and I could just react to them. You feel me? But other than that, who do y'all think in the NFL right now, or college-wise, quarterback will win a Super Bowl in the future or a couple years from now? But other than that, I'll see y'all on the next video. I love you as a family, and my goal is to build a big community of brothers and sisters, which I call Josh Mafia, and I will see y'all on the next video. I love y'all, Josh Mafia.
Falling, dreaming, talking.